Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for being here. In this video, we're going to talk about exercises for the back. That's right, exercises that will strengthen the lower back. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 exercises that I like to do to help strengthen my lower back. But not only that, it's really important that you also strengthen the back of your legs, your glutes, and also your core because they all work together with your back. Now, the reason I'm really addressing exercises for the back is because of a question that I received on Instagram. And it asked, what are some safe exercises for the lower back, especially weight bearing? Now, this is such a great question. So I want to make sure that I lay out some pieces of information that I think can be helpful when answering this question and also when doing exercises that involve your back. The first thing is it is great that this question mentions safe exercises because in reality, all exercises can be safe. It depends on your form, it depends on how strong you are, and it depends on if you have any existing concerns or contraindications that we want to consider before doing an exercise. So you want to consider those factors as you think about safety or safe exercises for your back. Another thing that I'd like to address about this particular question is it asked for weight bearing exercises. So, what I'm going to share with you are 3 exercises that you can do to strengthen your back using dumbbells or added weight, external weight outside of your body weight. And then the final exercise I'm going to show you is a body weight exercise, but I think it's such a great exercise to strengthen your back and your core that I wanted to share it with you. Finally, I'm showing these exercises purely to show you how to strengthen the muscles in your back and in your legs and in your core. They're not meant to address any issues or concerns or pain that you might have with your lower back. And as always, before you begin any exercise program, including these exercises that I will show you, you must make sure that you have your physician's guidance and approval. All right, let's get started. The first exercise I'm going to show you, I think is so underrated. It is an excellent exercise to strengthen both your core as well as your glutes and your lower back. And that exercise is called the weighted march. So for this exercise, you're going to need a dumbbell. For the dumbbell, I want you to choose a dumbbell size that is pretty challenging for you to hold. So this is a 25-pound dumbbell. And of course, if this is your first time doing this exercise, then start with a lighter weight dumbbell so that you can make sure that you understand the exercise and you have the form correct before you up your weight to something more challenging. So with one dumbbell, you're going to hold the dumbbell in 2 hands in front of you like such, and you're going to lift one leg at a time as though you're marching. Place that leg on the floor and alternate legs and lift the other leg. This exercise will challenge your core strength, which is great for your lower back, and it'll also give you a little challenge for your balance. So, from the side, this is going to look like this. This is the weighted march. Make sure you keep your shoulders down and make sure that you're raising your knee to almost waist height. And this is a great exercise that will strengthen all of those, your core, your glutes, and also your lower back. Give this exercise a try and see how it goes. All right, the second exercise that I'd like to show you is called the Romanian deadlift. and it's sometimes abbreviated as the RDL. So, the RDL, or the Romanian deadlift, will help again strengthen your glutes, the back of your legs, and also your lower back and your core. It's just a great exercise for strength. So, for the Romanian deadlift, you're going to need two dumbbells. With the two dumbbells, what you're going to do is you're going to have a dumbbell in each hand, and the dumbbells are going to be resting on each leg in front of you. And then what you're going to do is most of your movement will be here at your waist. You're going to place your feet about shoulder width apart, and then you're going to hinge at the waist. So when you hinge at the waist, you're actually sending your hips behind you. And when you do that and bend over, you're going to feel a slight pull here in the back of your legs or your hamstrings. So again, you're going to have a dumbbell in each hand, and the dumbbells will rest against the front of your legs. You're going to hinge at the waist, throw your hips behind you, bend over, keep your knees slightly bent. You don't want to lock them out. Allow the dumbbells to fall down in front of you, and then squeeze your glutes in order to bring your torso back up. You're not necessarily using your lower back to bring your torso up. You're really squeezing those glutes. And I want you to try this, because when you squeeze your glutes to help bring your torso up, you'll really feel them working. Okay. So if you have dumbbells in your hand, you're going to, again, place a dumbbell along each leg, and you're going to throw your hips behind you. Allow the dumbbells to slide down in front of you. Squeeze your glutes in order to bring your torso back up. And from the side, it looks like this. And again, allowing your glutes to squeeze and bring your torso back up to standing position. You're going to feel this exercise mainly in your glutes and the back of your legs. And you're going to use your core and your glutes to make sure you're bringing your torso back up to standing position. This is called the Romanian deadlift. It's a great exercise because in everyday life, often we bend over to pick things up and return to standing position. So practice this exercise, and then when you have it, go ahead and add your dumbbells. And the stronger you get, along with the more you improve your form, you'll be able to increase the size of your dumbbells. All right, let's move on to exercise number 3. So the exercise right before this one was the Romanian deadlift. This next exercise is the deadlift. For this exercise, I'm going to use a kettlebell to show you how to do the regular deadlift. For the regular deadlift, it's going to be similar to the Romanian deadlift. The difference is for the deadlift, you're actually starting with the weight on the floor. So you have to pick the weight up off the floor. Again, you use the deadlift movement during daily activities when you're picking up things from the floor. Like, let's say you might pick up a heavy box from the floor. Let's say that you have a grandchild who's a toddler, and you go to pick up your toddler from the floor. All right, those are examples of when you pick up a heavy weight from the floor. So I'm going to show you that using this kettlebell. So when you do a deadlift, again, notice that I have my legs or my feet, again, about shoulder width apart. And my feet are slightly angled just a bit out towards the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend my knees, and I'm going to grab the kettlebell, and I'm going to pick up the kettlebell, but I am raising my body by pushing my feet into the floor in order to stand to return to standing position. But again, I want you to realize that form is really important, not just when you're picking up a kettlebell, but also when you're picking up a heavy Amazon box that you just purchased or this has just been delivered, or when you're picking up a grandchild. You want to make sure that you have good form to really protect your back and all of your muscles. So again, when you start picking something up from the floor, you're going to bend your knees and you're going to grab the object, and you're going to push through the floor as you pick up the weight. So that when you're doing this, you can almost practice this exercise or this move with no weight at all. You would just simply, hold on, let me move the kettlebell. From the side, it would look like this. You would, again, bend your knees and you would pick up the weight. And as you stand, you're pressing through the floor so that your feet are going into the floor. So all of the pressure, all of the weight is going through your glutes, into your legs, into your feet, into the floor. And that's how you pick the object up from the floor. And that is called a deadlift. The deadlift can be done with a kettlebell, which is how I recommend you begin. And then once you advance, if you want to, you can use a hex bar or you can even use a straight barbell. It's up to you. So that's the deadlift. That's exercise number 3. Now let's move on to the 4th exercise. All right, everyone. I did mention that the last exercise would be a body weight exercise. Notice I'm on the floor for this one. So for this exercise, you do have to get on the floor. This exercise is called the bear crawl. I think this is just such a great exercise to strengthen your core and your lower back and basically your entire body using your body weight. So for the bear crawl, you have to get onto the floor, and I'm going to get on my hands and knees. This is the starting position of the bear crawl. Then to get into position to actually do the bear crawl, you're going to have to lift your knees from the floor. This can be challenging. So here's what I want you to do. If that's challenging, then simply lift your knees from the floor and stay there. Here's what I mean. Get into starting position. Your hands are going to be about shoulder width apart. Your feet are behind you, and you're going to press through the floor and lift your knees. If this is enough for you, you can stay right here and you can practice holding this for a period of time. Once you feel comfortable in that position, then what I'd like for you to do is try to take a couple of bear crawls. So that's going to look like this. You're going to place one hand in front of you, keeping the knees off of the ground, and then the other one. So the opposite hand and foot move at the same time, but you're keeping your knees hovering over the floor. And then you can go forward, and then you can practice going backwards as well. Again, this is a great exercise for your core and your lower back. And it's just also great as a woman over 50 to get onto the floor and to move on the floor and then get up again. So it also helps with mobility as well. So again, this is the bear crawl. If you want to, simply get into the position and hold the bear crawl in a static position like this, knees hovering the floor. Once you're okay with that, then you can start with the crawling. Opposite hand with the opposite foot. You can go forward and backward. That's the 4th and final exercise. You get to try them all and get stronger. All right, everyone, I am super excited for you to try those 4 exercises. Also, if you try those 4 exercises and you feel like you want to learn more, or you feel like you need more instructions for those 4 exercises, or you feel like you just need some programming, I am also available for both group online coaching as well as one-to-one online coaching. With coaching, you get more accountability, you get more instructions, you get more feedback. And with all three of those, accountability, instructions, and feedback, you become stronger and more active. So, if you're interested in group coaching or one to one coaching, make sure you reach out. Also, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you will never ever miss another video. And also, if you found something that was helpful in these 4 exercises, please like this video as well. That's all for now. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.